Jenna, Keeper, J. Shanes, trust me, bro. We saw fights, flips, wins, and pain. Shots in the red, we still make gains. Real ones only, community flow, no cap, no chill. That's trust me, bro, trust me, bro. We move, we grow. Markets swing wild, we steal the show. Trust me, bro, like it, let's go. Tuesdays hit hard, that's all you gotta know. Jenna, Keeper, J. Shanes, ready to go. This is the moment, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Trust the moment, trust me, bro.
Boom.
I am feeling the fight song before the show.
Trust me,
I
bro.
love it. That was so good. That's the first I've heard it.
Yes, that was Keeper got to hear it. He got a little taste, little sample early. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hope you guys do as well. Thanks for joining us. This is Trust Me, Bro. I'm Jay Chains, hanging out as Jenna and Keeper. Make sure you smash the freaking like button. Do it.
Smash them, smash them, smash them. Hopefully everybody's doing well today. It's Tuesday, 12:30. We got a good lineup for you today. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the fight, which I was not there for. We'll get into that. We're definitely gonna talk about wins, losses, how to pull through on those. Let's get motivated today. I'm super excited about what's happening, not just in crypto, not just in fighting, just in life in general. So I'm excited to really dive in, and trust me, bro, it's gonna be a good show. So let's jump into the chat. Who we got? Who we got? Are we dead right now because we've been away for a couple weeks?
Crypto's dumping too, by the way. So I see we got Degen Brian's in the house on both chats.
Bulmer's in the house. What up, Mike?
Mike Lowry, Mike Bulmer, let's go. Mike.
Oh yeah, I need to get into the. I'm like, I don't see anything, but I was in the private chat. Jenna, how are you feeling?
I feel good. I'm feeling really good. Rested. I feel like I've slept so much in the past since the fight. It's insane. I've been like a bear hibernating.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy to be back home. You have no idea.
What'd you think of that? The 15 hours, 15 hours for me. The connection from Doha back to Atlanta took that flight took 15 hours, longest I've ever been on an airplane in my life. And I think by about and maybe it's after 8 or 9 hours, I was ready to get off this plane. Get me off.
Oh my God. Listen, I had it was about the same. I think it was like 10 hours, whatever it was, from Singapore to Doha. And then we had a 10-hour layover there, which was pretty terrible, except we had like at least the nice recliners. But it was pretty impressive of how that airport, everything's open until about like 2 a.m. They close for just a couple hours and then reopen. So it was awesome. We're like, we're not sure if we're hungry, we're tired, we need to, you know what I mean? So it was good that everything was open. But then coming back, the flight was a lot longer than it was going there. And it was 14 hours and 40 minutes. So about the same thing. I slept the whole way, the first flight. And the second flight, I slept the whole way. Like, slept 14 fucking hours.
With or without medication?
No medication. And honestly, like I told you, I had like a little beef with my coach. So I just slept. I was like, I don't even want to talk. I'm sleeping. I did.
I've done the longest flight that I've done was to Bali, and I don't remember for sure, but it was right around the same amount of time that you're talking about. It was a 5 hours or 4 hours or whatever it is out to LA, and then we went LA over to Thailand or Taiwan, and then Taiwan over there. I remember it was a total of somewhere around 24 hours total of flying, and it's a lot. Well, it's a lot.
Is your time still messed up, Jay? Like I'm waking up, I'm about like 2, 3, 4. I'm still wide awake. I'm like, I need to go to bed, but I'm like, it's still not adjusted.
I'm pretty good at getting back to my circadian rhythm, and so I got that. However, for me, it's been I've always been a really early riser, like 5, 6 in the morning. Like today, I was up early because my mom she left town, but I've been sleeping till like 8 or 9 in the morning, and like I don't usually do that. Ooh. So like I'm a little off with my sleep right now, but
yeah,
I'll get back. I know I will.
Oh yeah. By next week, we'll be ready to go.
7:30 on the weekends. Do not text J Chains. Jenna and I got the loud and clear message on that one. So
I was awake. I just don't want to talk to you at 7:30 in the morning.
He's like, would you losers not text me this early in the morning?
Yeah, don't you have something better to do?
yeah, I was, getting my Jesus on first thing in the morning, Sunday morning, getting prepped. I was like, you know what? I need to talk to my Trust Me Bro crew, see how everybody's doing. And Jay Chains is like, I don't want to talk to you, bro. Go back to bed.
Like, yeah, me either.
How was your week holding it down here in the States?
That was good, man. I was telling Jenna this. I bought a new work truck, and I wanted to tint the windows on the truck. And so for me, it was the morning while you were fighting, and I was just really making sure I had alarm set on my phone, because I know my ADD will kick in. I'll get a phone call, one thing will happen, another, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, the fight happened, So I had alarm set. I was at the window tint place as the fights were starting. I watched the first couple fights, and then I watched the Ken Bozak slaughter. I watched that. Yeah,
he did. Hey, in all fairness, he went 3 rounds. So.
He did. No, I wasn't being a jerk. I was just saying, like, he got beat up. He got beat up on. I think we expected that, or at least I expected that. Whatever. And then I got on the freeway, and I'm driving, and I'm like yelling. This is a Jenna's fight at this point. And if anybody drove by and saw me, probably thought I was freaking nuts. I'm probably half swerving. I'm yelling at the freaking phone, and I'm, doing the whole thing. I'm like, come on, kick her ass. Let's go. Whatever. So yeah, it was definitely a good morning. Sad to see you lose, Jenna. But you know what? I loved your response, Jenna, when I texted you. You seemed really positive. So can we kick it off? Can we kick it off with that? Can we talk about, like, hey, what happened with the fight, how you're feeling, all of that good stuff? Or Jay, we good with that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys smash the freaking like button no matter where you're consuming this, on X or YouTube. It doesn't matter. Smash it.
Yes. Talk about
it.
Talk about it.
I got my ass kicked, guys. I got TKO'd. It was fun. That's the first time I've ever been TKO'd. So it's like, that's cool. It's the one for the books. I mean, you guys step in there for it to happen. It's funny. It's one of those things. Now, this fight, going into this one, because I had a lot of personal and different things going on, which you guys know about going into it, my mindset was not the same as it was with my first fight. So that threw a little bit of a wrench into it with that. But either way, going in, it's so funny because everybody has this game plan, right? You have this plan of what the fuck you're gonna do. But I'll be honest, like Erin, like she is an animal, and you see this look of death in her eyes, like she is ready to murder. And I was like, there's no gonna be easy feeling this shit out. She's gonna come right at me, and I knew it. So right off the bat, we're just like throwing bombs at each other's heads, just like bah, 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 like just whatever we can, just wild swinging. When I took the hit in the back of the head, that's when it got me. And I know technically, back of the head shots you can't do, but it wasn't an intentional back of the head shot. You know what I mean? So, and got up from that. But after that, I'm gonna say it was definitely a little harder. I was like, fuck, like that messed me up. I've never been struck like that in the back of the head. So yeah, after that, it definitely made it a lot more difficult. But it was fine. I did get at least a few like really good shots. Of that, I was proud. But
you did.
I was mad at myself for getting too anxious. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. This adrenaline, everything comes at you, and you're like forgetting. Hey, if I'm getting blows, blocking properly and circle away, pivot, like these things that you've practiced so many times. Some of it comes, but it's amazing to me how much still went out the window. Like I thought with this fight, and it's only my second fight, I would definitely have a lot more technical ability. The only bad part was like I felt like I had so much more gas. I just wished I would have had time after that blow to recover. But going in, it's hindsight's 2020, and there's always things that you would do differently. But she was just the better fighter in that fight. But it was so fucking awesome. The energy, I have to tell you, Karate Combat was cool, but the energy of Crypto Fight Night is insane. Like nothing I can explain. The crew is awesome. Their whole team, everybody they have around you, all of the everything leading up to it as far as media, just hyping the fight, getting everything ready. So cool. And they take such good care of the fighters. And it was just so awesome to me to see everything and just be part of that experience. So for that, I'm so grateful I got to have that experience. There's people that fight their whole lives, they don't leave their hometown.
Yeah.
So just to be able to have the experience to train for that, to do it, I love that. Do I think I will fight again? No, but I am considering a pillow fight championship. But you know what I would love to see? I would do that. I think I want to go pillow fight championship next. But I would love to see CFN is talking about doing tag teams. And I thought it would be really cool, like to see because Aaron's weight's down and everything, her and Ellie be a tag team. Because Belly, have you guys been watching Power Slap? Jay, I know you have.
Yes,
First, can we talk about that, please? That first round, KO slap by Ellie. Holy shit. We need to pull that up so people can see it. It was so good. Now to see her and BB get into a ring together as a tag team, if they can make that happen, oh my God, I think that would be so fire.
Hold on.
So
CFN, pause. CFN is talking about doing tag team boxing. So
yeah,
literally I'm in there, I'm fighting, and I'm like, okay, I need a breather.
Can't handle it.
I'm turning around, pow. I'm
Yes.
literally tagging in as if this is a wrestling match.
Yes.
This is interesting.
Yes.
That would be
nutty, right?
Mhm.
There's got to be certain states, like I think Miami, like in Florida, they'll kind of let anything go. So I think it depends where they go if they'll allow it. But dude, I think that would just be so awesome to watch.
That's super. That's
That'd be
super cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you for stepping in the ring.
Thank you.
It was. Listen, I have been in many fights in my life. I have never fought in front of an actual crowd that's there to watch a fight, and I know from being in a plethora of fights that the adrenaline dump is real. When you know that you are about to fight someone, I don't care if you have on gloves or not. This is in sparring when I was training for my fight that was going to happen in karate combat. This is in the streets. This is wherever.
Yeah.
When you are about to throw down hand-to-hand combat with somebody, you are, the adrenaline dump is real. Here it is.
Here you go. Here you go.
Oh!
You see that?
What her first slap. The girl is down. Look, she tries to get up again, and she could not. She stood back up briefly and fell right back down again. Ellie, came.
How did she get involved in the power
out.
slap thing? V
I would
chain?
say
Yeah,
V-Chain,
because it's owned by TKO Sports and through V Chain with PBR and all the stuff they got going with WWE and
Their weight classes in power slap, right?
Yeah, normal. Yeah, there's heavyweights and shit. Dude, the guy who runs the heavyweights looks like fucking Maui from Moana.
Oh yeah,
dude, he's big Samoan dude, fucking huge. Just comes by, wham.
Oh, he fights.
He slaps.
He slaps.
Yeah. You know what's funny? So we did the power slap. So when we went out to the UFC in New Orleans, it was.
Oh, you've watched this live before,
bro? When you go to this thing, the slap, they've got this thing mic'd up. So when the slap happens, sounds like a fucking shotgun blast goes off.
Oh.
It's something the sound I will never forget and for the rest of my life, right? And so it was just absolutely wild. My daughter, she went with us and she calls it face slapping, right? So when it was on, she's like, "Oh, Miss Ellie's face slapping," because she knows Ellie. So I'm like, "Yeah, come on and watch this." And it was just Kapowski, dude. Oh man.
I don't know that I'm built like that to stand there and allow someone to effectively just bitch slap me. And bro, they are hard. It ain't no joke.
Yeah.
I have watched them hit people and it is no joke, right? Oh no.
So we ran into a couple of the other power slappers, like some of the guys the next day down on Bourbon Street, right? In New Orleans. And we were talking with them. I was, asking some questions about, what they do and training and all that. And it was funny. One of the guys, his wife just comes out of nowhere and she goes, "It's therapy for me." I was like, "Huh?" And so I guess his training is his wife just
lets his wife smack the crap out of him. Oh my gosh, that is wild.
That's ridiculous.
I remember Ellie hit me up. It was months ago, back when they were looking for females for Power Slap, and she's like, "Hey, can I interest you?" And I, no, no, ma'am, no. Listen, boxing is one thing, and we have 14-ounce gloves and everything, but I cannot afford to lose that many more brain cells. Like, I will be fucked.
They are trash each other.
It's good. So it's good money. Like
Is
better
it?
than any of the other
Good
league.
at it, though.
And then obviously double the win. And if you knock out your opponent, you get a $10,000 V chain bonus or something like that.
Oh, that's amazing.
Really?
She's a beast. I hope she keeps going with it. Like,
They're probably
she's
vested tokens,
such a
but
beast.
still.
Still, she's one of the ambassadors. You
Yeah.
know, she's a V chain athlete and stuff. And obviously with their big connection to everything that they've got going on, like it makes sense to just hang on to those because it's like
Yeah.
notoriously down compared to a lot of things. So it really can only go up from here, to be honest.
That's wild. So Jay, let me ask you. You had a totally different perspective on the fight, obviously, right? You're standing ringside. You were ringside for two different fights, right? One of them you were ringside for. We might not want to get into right now, but you were ringside for two fights.
Yeah.
And talk to me. Technically versus like mentality, mentally, like what did you see right
Yeah,
now?
no, I gotta say, like, it's great to hear you say, what you did, Jenna, because I agree. Like when you came out fast and vicious, and like I feel like that was probably the best game plan in order to accomplish your goal, right? Like, so I think technically you came out with the right strategy, and everybody knows. And I was going to ask you, so in both of my fights, like, can you even hear your coach talking? Because in
No.
both time, I am completely deaf.
I could hear her coach, and when he's yelling blitz, I'm like, "What the fuck is blitz?" I'm fucked. And I'm like, "Yeah." So I was like, "No, no blitz." And I was like, "I gotta get out of there." So I did circle. I got out of that as quick as I fucking could when I heard him yell blitz. I was like, "God damn it, no!" Like,
Yeah,
no,
like,
I could hear my coach say shit. I
I
could
was
hear him
wondering
say
if
a
you
word.
would, like come in and like, dance around and feel it out like in the first
No.
couple seconds.
Are you
You
kidding
came
me?
straight in. You came straight in and you came vicious. And I thought very aggressive move right off the rip. I liked it. I thought that was the right thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
I knew that's what she was gonna do, and I'm like, "Fine, baby, we're gonna fight fire with fire here." Like,
You
there's no
know,
dancing around, this and that, taking my sweet time. Like, I should have looked for an opening, should have just blocked some shit, let her wear herself out, and then waited and pow. Because the more I watched it, I'm like, she had her eyes closed a lot of the time when she was swinging. Like, I could have taken advantage of that, did I? No, because I'm just like,
yeah. But you got some shots in. You definitely got shots in there. I thought it was a good fight.
And there was a good one too that I had that I liked where it stumbled her back a little, and I wish I would have been quicker to follow it up. And it's just my legs, the fucking gravity. It's like they won't go as fast as I want them to move.
Well,
I'm like,
and
I felt like I was in slow motion.
it's all part of the fight IQ too, right? Like it does move in slow motion, but the more you have the next time, like I know because I made that same mistake where I had him standing and kind of going backwards, like instead of charging and going forward and like knocking him out, like I just stood there and like watched, like, hey, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah. Like why do we do this?
Fight IQ. It just goes
How
up
much-
every time.
How much sparring did you have before your fight with yours?
None.
Yeah, same.
None.
Oh, really?
Mine was very and I'm gonna share this now because the fight's over. But I did very little because so now I can say this because now I can put the weakness out there because I'm not fighting anymore, but I have vertigo badly. So I was in physical therapy for vertigo before I went. So I'm like, I'll be fine during the fight. But during sparring, if we're going 2 round circles or I get hit, like I have to stop, take a timeout because I'm starting to get dizzy. So now I'm like, okay, well, I signed the contract. I'm gonna go through this, and I can do it for 6 minutes, and I want to fucking do it. But it's like I couldn't go as hard with certain training and doing as much as what I wanted to because of that. So which is a little, it's disheartening. But at the end of the day, you're gonna get in there, you're gonna fight with your heart, and I'm not gonna chicken out. Like I had so many people bail on my fights, and that sucks. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, I think that's the most important thing. At the end of the day, you committed to it and you did it and you did it, right? Like we talk about all the fighters, that's like the one thing everybody talks about, like, behind the scenes is like, and some people understand it is like, you have that warrior mentality. You did it. Most people, 99% of people say no to that opportunity every time, whereas the crazy ones like us will say yes.
Dude,
Fuck
it's funny.
yeah.
You said you said you guys weren't really sparring very much. I think on the opposite end, when I was getting ready before I broke my ribs, I think I was doing the opposite of that, and
Too much.
that's almost all I was doing was sparring and fighting and sparring and fighting. And I feel like there's probably a really good mix of that needs to happen. I was telling you before the show that I have a coach that is a very good fighter. And then I had somebody else that randomly came in just a couple times. His name's Frank. That was a very good teacher. And what I realized really quickly is that if I'm going to get into the ring, which I plan on doing, I want a mix of that because Frank sees the little things that I'm doing incorrectly and spots them and says, hey, here's what you need to tweak. Boom, bam, slam.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wow, that's a, whereas Chris is like, hey, man, stop being a wimp. Let's do this. Just get in there and kick his ass. Like what? It's like, bro, I need a little instruction here as to what you're trying to tweak.
Yeah.
The fighter and the coach mentality, two different things. I'm experiencing that with you. Now, don't get me wrong. For the karate combat fight, I did do a lot of sparring. I did.
Okay.
For that one, I did. But for my boxing match, I didn't. And it's funny. I tell people, and it's not a joke. Like, I did not, because I had a falling out with my boxing coach after the karate combat fight. He was one of those guys that like came back asking for more money and all sorts of things.
Oh yeah.
Like, what?
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's like, yeah, no, we didn't win the fight, so we didn't get the bonus. Why are you asking for more? So I didn't have a coach for the second fight. It was my daughter. My daughter would go out into the garage and we would train together. Like that was my coach. Doing this
I love
again,
that though.
I'm gonna fight in December. I'm gonna have a coach. Like I'm gonna take this way more seriously because I need the dub.
Yeah.
This December?
Yeah.
We can get you a coach now.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
That's what I was saying. It's like 8 weeks
months ago, bro.
So I did some sparring at an MMA gym that's like 10 minutes down the road for me. I'm gonna go back over there and just go back in and be like, hey, let's get trained up for the next 2 months because I got like 2 months. So
Yeah.
So,
and if you like really grind for 2 months before it, that's time. That's plenty of time to get conditioned. You'll be good.
yeah, no, that's great. Hey,
he's like,
Is it going to be Grimace again?
no, I'm gonna try. So Harley and I have been trying to set one up for a while. So Singapore was too far for that to happen. Miami is like a great location because we're both from the States here. So
I'm coming for that. If you're going to fight in Miami, I am going to that. Keeper, are you going?
Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be there for sure.
Yeah.
It'd be like
Is that during Art Basel?
They don't want to do it during Art Basel because everything's like so much more expensive, like venues and hotels and all that stuff. So it'll be like probably on the later side
or whatever.
Mid December, maybe. I think December's like Art Basel's like the first week and a half.
Yeah.
You know what's weird with the fight, and tell me if you were this way. Whenever you're in there, you don't. Yes, it hurts. You're taking punches and stuff, but that night and everything, because your adrenaline's still pumping, you don't fucking feel it. You don't feel it. The next day, I felt like I was in a car accident. I couldn't move my body. I was stuck in the bed. I did not leave that bed except I ordered room service, and then I went down to eat again later and came right back up. I slept for 24 hours, missed token 2049. I had about 8 to 10 passes. You hung out with my mom and partied with them. They were out. I gave them my passes, and oh my God, guys, fun story. The first night we're there, I didn't go out until, my fight because I wanted to, save all my energy. So I had these passes to the Wall Street Bets party. And so I give them to my mom and her boyfriend, and they end up linking up with Matt there, Alpha Numetrics, and Jay Chains. I get this picture, and they literally got matching Bitcoin tattoos, and they have pictures of the little Wall Street Bets guy. They're going out partying, living their best life. I'm like, that's so amazing. Yes, I sent my mom to her first crypto party, and she comes home with a Bitcoin tattoo. And I'm like, yes, that is amazing. I love you. That is the most crypto thing that you could do here.
Yeah, your mom
I was so proud.
Yeah, your mom and her boyfriend were amazing. They were fun to hang out with. So, Matt, Alpha Numetrics and I, we had a fun time hanging out. I forget where it was. I think it was at the Marina Bay Sands. This place that looked like being on a cruise ship. It was wild.
Yeah.
It was
the top of that.
Definitely a cool time on their rooftop bar.
That's wild. Chat, smash the likes. If you are on X, make sure you're following myself. Make sure you're following Jenna. Make sure you're following Jay Change. You're probably following those two and not me. If we're on X, that's probably the reality of that. But make sure you're following us all on YouTube and all of the other socials as well. Did I just lose everybody?
No, I just soloed you out, brother.
Wow, solo. Hey, welcome to the Crypto Keeper Show. I was feeling, I was center stage, man. I was feeling the adrenaline rush, like maybe the fight was about to happen. No, make sure that you're following us. Make sure you smash the likes, do all the simple stuff. Congrats on, again, Jenna, getting in there. I'm super bullish on seeing J-Chains you come out and fight.
Same.
You know, I have some ideas that you guys will see me out there before too terribly long, so I'm excited about that. But I wanted to throw out there's a lot that happens that when I was telling Jenna this before the show, I've learned more, 1,000 times more from losses in my life. We talk about real stuff on this show, right? I've learned a lot more in my life from losses than I ever have from wins, right? And the people, what separates people from those that wins, or the people that win versus the ones that quit. It's not luck, it's not timing, it's what they do with those losses, right? Losses suck, they're not fun, but I think they're powerful, right? You have a setback, and you can either have it bury you, or I think you can have it build you. And I think it's your whole perspective. And Jenna, that's why I said right off the bat when I texted you, your response to me seemed very positive and uplifting, right? Yeah. So like, if you lose money, opportunities, I don't care what it is, competitions, right? You get handed something, and it's the leverage, right? Are you using that leverage to learn? Are you using that leverage to fuel your hunger in whatever, arena we're talking about? It's to prove yourself, right?
Right.
You're doing it for yourself, not for anyone else. And I think the cool thing is, like, it allows you to rise again. And we talk about crypto a lot. So we're talking about fighting and crypto. And I feel like a lot of times people are like, why are we talking so much about fighting and this, that, and it is the same mentality. Crypto beats the crap out of people. And there are people that hang around, and there are people that push through, and there are people that get their wallets drained, J-Chains. There are people that have all of these terrible things happen to them financially, and they stick it out and they press through, and they are the people at the end of the day that win. And so I'm just really, I put those two things together a lot. I see the fight in the dog. I see the dog in some of the people that are in crypto, and they do it financially, and they do it in real life. And shout out to you two. I want to tell you, you guys are two of those people for sure. For real.
Thank you. Well, same.
Yeah.
We're all the same there. I just feel like it's how you grow. You know what I mean? And it's these life experiences. Like, if I would look back and I'm in like my 67, I'm an old lady, and I would think to myself, why didn't I just take that opportunity? Why didn't I just try? But the biggest thing, does it bruise the ego? Oh yeah, a little bit. It hurts a little. But I had a hard competitor, and it's not like I had just like an easy fight. And had I won that, it would have meant, yes, a ton, because it wouldn't have come easy. But I think the biggest thing that I found from this too is having goals. I've learned that setting goals for myself is so important, because I do so much better mentally, and I love physically, like how it's completely transformed me. So immediately after, I was on my phone the next day as I was laying in bed, couldn't move, and watching, oh, by the way, worst cable ever in Singapore. I think I watched Fear Factor on
It's a
repeat.
different language. I'm sure you had trouble with it.
No. Actually,
Old shows.
it's a lot of English there. It's just, it's not good options, and there's just, it's low quality stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Survivor on repeat, Fear Factor on repeat. Anyway, I was already looking up. I'm like, I want to do a 5K. Let me see what's in my area. Spartan race or DECA, and I want to start training for those, because I want to keep my fitness level up. And I'm gonna keep training boxing and MMA, because you never know down the road if something does come up. But I love just 2 days a week or whatever to do it, to stay sharp. But I just love that challenge, and it makes you feel so good about yourself and strong, and to be able to learn to defend yourself. I love all of that. So I really fell in love with that. So these are all good things that came out of it, but with life, not just fighting,
And that's what I tell people most of the time, like this, because like this whole experience, again, it's not for everybody. Most people won't take the opportunity, even if they wanted to. And I know that there's a lot of people that are asking to get into CFN and all that stuff, and maybe, they'll put them on a card or whatever. But again, most people that's not what they want to do, is go, box someone in front of thousands or however many people are used or whatever. Right. So, but the whole idea of challenging yourself, putting yourself outside of your comfort zone, that is the most important thing, because you should do this at some point in your life. Determine how strong are you? What kind of man are you? What kind of woman are you? Like, what are you capable of? Because like, it's really easy to just sit and say no to things, right? Or, say, oh, that's not for me or whatever. But then you become like a piece of bowl of pudding or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, just whatever, just challenge yourself. That's the most important thing, I guess.
And then you have the other side of it. You've got the people that are not, built for it, not cut out for it, or just don't believe in themselves enough to do it. And then let's look at the other side. You have some people that just with life just think that they are born king and that they are so overconfident in anything and everything that they do. And we can relate this to trading and just crypto in general and fighting as well. And you step in and realize, oh boy, like this is for real. I'm actually about to fight somebody, or this is for real. This chart doesn't care about my feelings. This chart doesn't care who I am. This chart doesn't know my name. It doesn't know my socials. It doesn't know anything else about me except for Bitcoin's going to do what Bitcoin's going to do, or ETH's going to do what ETH's going to do, or I missed out on Aster, or whatever. I saw people talking about that in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that, it's literally, it's like, hey, what is your emotion? What's your mindset look like? I think a big part of it is the way that you are, wired, I guess is kind of what I'm getting at.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get
Jay
Keith for a
Chains
good
ended up winning
trade.
1 ETH. He did. Thank you very much. 1
Don't worry,
ETH.
I'll get you a good trade. I'll get you a good trade to make up for it,
Here
buddy.
it is. Let me tell you about mindset. This is how I feel about the mindset of losing the 1 ETH. So at a time, I was buying 1 ETH for about $175.
Okay.
So the story that I'm telling myself, the mindset shift here is that I lost $175. Okay. Never mind that ETH is at $4,500. If you're talking about it in the chat, I don't hear it. I don't see it. It was $175 bet. So you know what? Congrats to you, Jay Chains.
$44.99.
I'll take you out to dinner sometime, all right? Buy you a drink. Buy you a drink in Miami.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
I'll show you a 100x gem.
That's actually a really good thing. Don't worry, man. I appreciate the ETH. When you send that along, take you out to a nice steak dinner in Miami when I see you.
All right. Deal. We'll make it happen.
I want to go too.
Let's talk about crypto. What's going on? Because you guys have been head and hands in everything crypto, right? Over at the conference.
Kind of trenches.
I've been living my Jesus and construction life over here. Talk to me about crypto. What's going on?
Yep, today. And I'm not really sure why, other than what's funny is that I mean, obviously we had a big rip and we're always due for a correction from there. Would love to hear what y'all think, but it's interesting how BNB is ripping when everything is dipping.
Well, isn't it Aster? Isn't that like the thing that's propping everything up? I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know anything about it.
Jenny,
I mean, I just know it's Binance, it's DeFi. I don't know if it's a DEX, but I know I missed all that. Guys, I missed Binance. I was too busy hodling XRP. So actually, you should never ask me shit. To be honest,
I have five BNB, 5.2 or something BNB, and most of it was from doing some promotional BS on TikTok. Like that's how they wanted to pay, and I just took it, and it actually ended up being a good thing. But
I do think the logo, it's like a cross between an Xbox logo for Aster and two butt cheeks scissoring is what it looks like. But if we pull up the chart, I think we should pull up a chart on it and see what. 10 cents to $2. I mean, people are so super bullish. What's the market cap at now?
What is it? ASTR? Is that what it is?
Yeah, 3.47 billion.
Oh my gosh.
But here's the thing with it, that you have to understand, when it came out like this, it wasn't available to most people. And how it started, most people in the US.
Is that it?
No, Aster, ASTER.
That's not it.
So it wasn't available to most people in the US early. Okay. There was a ton of insider trading with this, a lot of wash trading, a lot of manipulation. Was all on Binance, and then you could get it on like some shady dexes real early. And like, so most people were not able to get in. So if they say they've been here since the beginning, most chances are they're fucking lying that they did not get that entry. And it was propped up. You have to understand there is so much shady trading and manipulation on Binance. I don't care who you are. There absolutely is, to prop it up. But people are super, super bullish on it. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to keep sticking with some of the ones I already have. I mean, I would trade this, day trade it, but I wouldn't.
Is it all just bullshit wash trading? I mean, it's coming out of China. Like, there's no way it's legit.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody said there's $100+ billion worth of volume. Like, that's absolute insanity. No, that is absolutely wash trading 1,000,000%. If that's what's happening, I've not looked into this. I'm just saying I
is.
see it in the chat. JJ is saying that there was an
And
Aster delisting from Llama because of bad wash trading data. So
yeah. There was also with this, all the influencers that were talking about it. Did you see the thing that came out? A lot of them were paid $250,000, the big profiles to shill Aster, and a lot of them took it, and they were told not to say anything, that they were paid for it. So an influencer came out that turned it down and told exactly, I'm one of the ones that turned down the 250K to shill Aster, and they told me that I was not, if I, shill this token, I was not allowed to say that it was a paid ad or a paid shill. Just say, hey,
ooh.
this, and I believe in it, and he turned it down. Now, obviously, like, I'm sure CZ's not gonna get linked to like any of this stuff, it's not his whatever, but I mean, he facilitates this stuff on Binance though, you know what I mean, and all these things, but
That's tough.
his
Let's
hands
be
aren't
real.
dirty.
Let's be real. Okay. First of all, you've got to be a really big name to get offered 250K to shill something. So you're
Right.
probably already doing well financially. But I don't care
Yeah.
how well you're doing financially. $250,000 to talk about a project is a lot of freaking money. So I can see, I'm not saying that it's justified, because I will tell you, I have done undisclosed promotions in the past on TikTok, not purposefully though. Like, I just did the video, put it
We
out, and then
know
realized, oh
you were a
shoot.
TikTok slut.
Yes, I was. For a little while I was, but most of the time I would let people know, hey, you're gambling. This is a meme coin. I got paid to talk to you about this, whatever the case may be. But man, 250 grand to talk about it. That's a lot of, how do they even justify that? Really? Like, I feel like that's a big number. You start throwing that around to multiple different people. You better have a lot of liquidity coming in off of talking to or getting their people in from that, right? You had 4 people that had $1 million. I guess depending on the size of their, people toss $1,000 around like it's nothing. So I guess really quickly $1 million or more would come in, probably just like that. Probably wouldn't be anything. Yeah, I don't know.
The BNB used to be like, that was like all scams for so long. Like
Sure.
It's been so long since I even thought about BNB chain. And also, most of the people that like watch my channel and tune into the shows and shit know that like BNB is one of my biggest pain points of crypto, because I cashed in my free bag. Like you got your free bag for signing up for your account, and then you do like some bullshit. They would give you coins and all that stuff at like $8. Like it like ripped up to $8, and I thought that I was like the boss hog, and I sold all mine. And then like it was like 2 months later, it was at like $200 or $300. I was like,
Oh my God.
and now we can see where it's at. So I cut chip early, thinking I was like, oh baby, we did it. No,
Yeah.
Right, but that's still a win. Taking profits is still taking profits. And I think this is an important lesson for everyone to remember that's out there. Like, you can't have all the profits, right?
Yep.
You'll never buy the exact bottom. You'll never sell the exact top. But if you sold, you still made money, and no one ever went broke taking profits. So end of the day, if it bettered your life and you did it, but I've learned I should always just keep a few of whatever, like tokens of whatever. I need to keep dust. Like, I hodl that dust of whatever I sell, like keep a moon bag just in case. Unfortunately, I never pick the right moon bags. Like, very rarely do I pick the right moon bags. And can we talk about everybody just got rich off of Clash? Holy fuck. Congratulations, George. Did you see George's Pump Fund Clash token? Guys, from nowhere. George plays Clash. He took this shit from a $300,000 market cap. It sat there for a while, and he had already made great creator fees, just people watching him play Clash. This mofo, while we were in Singapore, it pumped up to $70 million market cap. It's on, I think it's tracked on CoinMarketCap now, but you get a better look at the chart on Dex Screener. But now what he's doing, which is really cool, he's giving back to the community. I think they gave out over 10 Solana, but he's holding competitions and tournaments, but you have to hold at least 2,000 Clash to participate in the tournaments, which is pretty dope. And he streams daily doing it. But the amount of money like people made off that, holy shit, from a $300,000 market cap sitting, just chilling. I mean, it started at nothing, obviously, as they all do on Pump Fund, to that. Holy shit. Like, I don't know where the top is for that.
DJ, whoa.
And it's George. Everybody loves George.
Yeah.
So yeah, look at this shit.
That's a chart. Yeah, no doubt.
I think
What do you got that on the daily?
$58 million market cap.
Yeah. That's wild. Degen Brian said keep an eye on Floki. Floki was one that I did a paid promotion on for sure. I did actually a couple. But he said
Really?
BNB. I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. He said BNB saw what Solana was doing and set out to copy it. I've heard a lot of people talking about this recently. I actually saw an X post from who's the dude that won the fight the other day? Bitlord. I saw a thing from Bitlord that was basically saying Solana's dead, BNB is this, that, and the third. You know how crypto is. People are so finicky and so jump from one thing to the next. Are we about to see, because of Aster, partially because of Aster, are we about to see all of a sudden everybody's just migrating to BNB and now that's going to be the newest Solana? Or is this just going to be a trend, a little wave?
Probably. Honestly, like you got to think that's probably the move because I feel like the meta. Whoa, what happened here?
I was like, way up there.
There we go. The meta seems to just shift where the liquidity is, and if it's been a while, there's probably some liquidity on BNB that people are ready to to make happen.
I saw the I don't know if you guys are into the boys club tokens, like Pepe and all the knockoffs, like Peasy, all of those. So I think the next one right now is Yepe. It's yellow Pepe, and it's on Binance. So that's the meme of the week.
I bet that thing. What the market cap's at?
I'm not sure what it's at right now. I don't know if it's on CoinGecko or if it's on CoinMarketCap yet. Let me see. Yep.
You go around and tell normal people that you're putting hundreds or thousands of dollars into a yellow frog or what the heck ever, and they are going to think that you have lost your freaking marbles.
What's the ticker on it?
The one that's here isn't right. Yepe, it's YEPE, but the one on CoinMarketCap is not correct.
What about
so I don't know if it might be on. Let me see. Yeah, you can go to Dex Screener.
Yepe.
Hello. Pepe.
Yeah, I mean, I was just like repping Perpe, which is purple Pepe.
Yeah,
and that one's on Solana.
$15 million.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. $18 million market cap. So that's the latest one now, guys.
All right.
And everybody's showing that one.
For the day.
So I'm probably, you know what? It's only 4 days old. I should have aped this. And I was thinking about doing that like a day or so ago. And honestly, I'm going to. If Binance keeps pumping, this is only $18 million market cap. Once you've already hit 20 million, you can hit anything. You can hit 100 million. Like the fireworks are already going. So that's just my opinion. I'm actually going to trade that right now while we're sitting here. I'm glad I remembered that. Thank you for this conversation, guys.
No, it's funny. The female in the room is the degen. She is the one in the trenches. For sure.
I am.
For sure.
I am.
There's no doubt.
Remember, if you make X's on this, Seakeeper, in that case, should just shilled you this and made you back that money I lost you.
Yeah, you got that ETH back.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And now, but this will be the moment I'll toss an ETH into this, and all of a sudden I'll be down 2 ETH. So,
good thing you gotta use BNB. So don't use ETH.
Well, I'd have to make the convert. Well, no, I wouldn't. I've got a few BNB, but So what's up with I saw a thing that said, actually, we had it in our notes. It said, while we were fighting, the whales were buying. Talk to me about that, J Chains. While we were fighting, the whales were buying.
Dude, it's crazy to obviously, was so in trenched with fight week, and then the travel back, and then for me coming back, directly to my daughter's birthday party. It was one of those things, man, where it's like I'm a noob back into crypto. It's like I came back, it's like Bitcoin's at 126,000. Holy smokes. Like it was exciting. And then especially after going to token, I kind of feel like I got a renewed sense. And I said this yesterday on my show. I don't have a renewed sense of the people in crypto. I have a renewed sense of the builders building crypto because of token and the global audience that it had there. It was just a fantastic experience for a conference. And so it was crazy to even think, because Bitcoin was like maybe 117,000 or 115,000 the last I remembered, and then all of a sudden it's 126,000 yesterday. We're all-time high. So very fun and exciting, because again, if we're in all-time high season, it's going to be one of those, like, almost every single day we'll get to do this, and it's euphoric and we'll have a lot of fun. I think we're going to get up to this push, I think most people said 125 to 150. So we got another 25,000 left, to go. It's not bad. I think we'll have some fun for the next couple weeks, and let's get it. I'm excited we're here though. That's for sure.
Sorry, I heard almost all of that except for the very end of what you said. I had to respond to a pressing matter on a job site. My bad.
I'm just talking to the chat and Jenna. I don't know if you.
Yeah, you don't need to talk to me. That's fine. No worries. No worries. And then the Asian markets have been, from what I have seen and or heard, the Asian markets have been propping up the markets like as a whole.
That would make sense, right? And you have to understand, like, and we're probably moving a little bit slower here in the United States, but many months ago, earlier this year, we started to see, like, over in Japan, they were starting to ease some regulations as well. They were starting to kick back some money. They were starting to launch some ETFs. We were starting to see the beginning stages of what was going to happen, and when the markets turned on over there. And they probably just came to market a little bit faster than us. So we're seeing the Asian markets really heat up, which is great. Great for crypto, great for the early adopters. For the late stage entrance into the bull run, it's going to suck. But hey, if you're here, you're in it to win it, baby.
So what do we think about all of the basically stuff happening behind the scenes, the business side of things, collaborations, businesses, just all of the stuff that's either happening here or that we're fighting about over here versus where people are actually pushing through and innovating in other countries?
We get there, right? Like and it's the stuff that a lot of us really have been really thinking about and talking about is the utility side of crypto. Like, when are we going to take things to the next level? Because again, we all love the casino. We all have fun with being degens and going in the trenches and all that stuff. Like, that's all part of it, 100%. But for the ecosystem itself to grow, we do need some of the builders to really kind of rein in on some things and make sure that the ecosystem is built with that in mind, with some kind of integrity moving forward, because we can't get mass adoption without it, because we won't really see the big retail mass adoption push like on an adoption level until banks can start offering that to their retail clients, which next year maybe.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I've talked about for a while that I think that genuinely we've heard, for if you've been in crypto since 2017, anywhere between 2017 and now, you've heard people say this time's different, this time's different, this time's different. I truly have been saying for a while now that this time for real is for real different. And so I don't know what to expect. In the past, we've been pretty good at having a good idea of what we can expect in terms of what some of the altcoins are going to do, and when they're going to pop off, and how they're going to pop off, and etc. And now that we have these massive institutions in here, and there's regulation, and there's more clarity, and all of these good things for crypto, which is increasing the overall market cap. But what we're seeing is all of those institutional players are, for the most part, at least from what we can see on its face, going in safer directions. So they're sticking with the Bitcoin, they're sticking with the Ethereum, and retail's like sitting around, I feel like, almost waiting for these institutions to toss money into Aster, or I'm just using that as an example because we talked about it, but waiting for institutions to pump money into Tron and this, that, and the third, whatever our other altcoin bags are, Cardano, etc. And I don't think that's what's going to happen. And I also don't think that we are going to see traditionally the timing that we've had in the past. And so are we all holding on to some altcoin bags that might end up being just a no good, all just bag of dust, a bag of nothing? Maybe so. I don't know. Yeah, vaporware. I don't know, but it's definitely looking different than it was in the past.
I think we all learned that. I learned my lesson about vaporware in 2017, 2018 during the ICO boom. When projects would launch, they'd pull in 30, 100 million, whatever. And then the next week, the founder would be driving around in his new Lambo. It's like, what about like the project? Like, good for you, buddy. But what about the project? So things are, it's new. It's a new project. Same song and dance.
Yeah. So then it just becomes, what's your discipline level look like? What's your game plan when you look at the markets, right? Are you a trader? Okay, if you're a trader, what is your strategy for trading? Are you a risk assessment type person? What are you gonna say? Go ahead.
But how does it matter? Like that? I mean, how could it even be, like, unless you're a professional, like, you can't out trade the algorithm, you can't out trade the whales, you can't out trade the institutions, you cannot out trade these people. So it's like, like you have to, like, if you can't beat them, you have to join them. You have to get the bots. You have to do that, right? If you want to be a trader.
I don't know. I think it depends on what's your level of ability to actually have real deal risk management. And I also think it's how How much can you dial back your greed? I remember doing hey, can I make $100 a day with $1,000 trading? Boom, boom, but just trying to make $100 a day, which sounds like, whatever. That's 10% a day. That's a really hefty number. Now, let's say I scaled that back to $20 a day. Let's just say you've got $1,000. I want to scale it back to $20 a day. If you are somebody that is a grinder and you're saying, hey, maybe they're not using 1,000, maybe it's somebody's using $50,000 and that $20 is $1,000. You're making 2% a day. Okay. I think that is a realistic idea, but most of the people have such a gambling mindset. They have here's my opportunity. I'm not putting a stop loss in on this one. This one's different. I'm going after it. I'm going to be driving the Lambo tomorrow. But that's not usually what happens, right? More people lose than win. And it is the big plays. Some people will get lucky, just like some people win the lottery. But the majority of people that win in this thing are dedicated, have a game plan, are not overzealous, are not overly greedy. I think there is a typical, there is a setup for winning long term. Crusader's a good example. He was never a trader. I'm going to use him as an example. We'll bring him on the show. He was never a trader. And shout out to Crusader, my old business partner. Love him. He has done very well with his risk management. And he's not making a ton of money, but I think he'd be okay with me saying this because I think I've heard him say it live. I think he's making somewhere around $3,000 or $4,000 a month, but all he's doing is trading. And how he's doing it is by genuinely 1,000% following his set of rules and guidelines and having, no matter what, here's where I'm out. No matter what, here's where my stop is. No matter what, this is how much profit I'm taking. No matter what. And if you can have that disciplined mindset and work and really learn this thing, it's like anything in life, right? You can build, but you have to be dedicated. You have to have a game plan. You have to have some risk tolerance, but at the same time, more important than that is risk management. And most people don't have it. They just don't.
Or the greed kicks in, because I know I could speak for myself and other people I know, is that sticking to it is how you win, because I've done that where you small wins, 10%, 20%, or it's small dollars, bigger percents, whatever it may be, right? Like your small wins stack up. And then you start to be like, well, shit, motherfucker, I got this. Because guess what? I just posted 15 wins in a row. So I'm going to dial this fucking thing up. Plus, I'm going to go to a little bit higher leverage because guess what? I know what I'm doing. And then boom, blew it up. All gone.
In there.
Wait a second.
You get cocky. It's easy. You're on that streak. And then it's like, oh, damn, the whole market just tanks and you get liquidated. That's the worst.
Yeah.
Impeccable timing for going all in when the market decides to do a liquidation event.
Hey, chat, drop your biggest L, whether it's financially or what however you want to pose it. If you're in the chat, tell us about a big L that you have taken in crypto, because if you've been in crypto for any amount of time, you've taken some L's, or you're a liar. One of the two. You either are full of it or you've taken some L's. I'd love to hear from you.
I put it in the chat.
Ooh. In one day?
One day, lost it all. $160,000.
Oh, but be real. Were you gambling?
Oh yeah, and I was revenge trading it all back. I was trying to get it all back.
Okay. So the
martingale it and get liquidated. It was terrible.
The lesson is what?
Huh?
What would you tell somebody from that? You lost $160,000 in a day, bro. What do you tell the people that are watching?
Yeah, don't do it.
That's tuition. You call it tuition, and that's that.
Being funny.
Heart.
I'm just trying to be funny. So there's a lot of lessons in there, right? Like there's always another trade. Don't catch a falling knife. Don't trade with your emotions. When your emotions are high, your intelligence is low, right? Like that's one thing you've probably heard a lot. And so, yeah, there's a lot of risk mitigation that comes with all of that. So, yeah, again, don't chase a trade and don't revenge trade. Like, know when to get in and out, and just know when to say that's enough.
Yeah,
I did that. I did a $30,000 liquidation one day, and that's when I took a break and started training for karate combat. It came at the best time, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And it wasn't necessarily the money because I had started with just a few thousand. It was the time I lost because it took me about 3.5 months to get it up to
Build
that.
that.
And it's like, okay, that's tuition. It was time. But at the end of the day, I learned a lot from it. But what Crusader is doing, not many people can have that discipline. I mean, that's so important. Like, these are my rules. I will stick by it and not get greedy because I think greed just takes so
Oh yeah.
many people like, oh, just a little bit more, or I'm just gonna jump back in this trade, and then you fuck it up, you fumble it.
Yep. That's been me. My biggest losses have all been I'm gonna stick around a little longer on this meme coin. I'm just gonna get a little more. There's a couple of them that I can think of. One of them that I haven't told on here was I forget. I think it was Bambi, actually, Jay. I know you remember this one. On Bambi, I was promised from some inside intel sources, right? From the BitBoy community, right? That like
The people we know.
some people that we know were telling me, listen, do not sell this thing until 100 mil. And so I tossed, I think, 3 ETH into it. I wake up the next day or 2 days later, 3 days later, getting ready to go to the gym. I'm up at like 28 or 29 ETH sitting in my wallet from that. And I'm like, you know what? Let me take some I'll just do it when I get back from the gym. No big deal. I'll at least take my initials off, right? And I was going to take a bunch of profits at first.
Yeah.
Then I talked myself out. And then I was like, I'm going to take initials. Then I come back from the gym and it's like 30, 31 ETH. And I'm like, you know what? We're only at like $32 million or something like that. They told me it was going to 100 mil. Why am I going to take anything off the table now? That would be irresponsible. I'm going to make a lot more money. And then, I only made like $4,000 on that whole damn thing. I made like 2 ETH.
I've done that shit.
2 ETH on that thing.
Oh, I could have paid for my car or like bought half a house. And I'm like, I really fucking fumbled that. I took profits way too early, and then it goes up. And it's like when you get into something in the very beginning, you're like, fuck it, I made all these X's. Cool, great. I'm out. Like, this is great. No, I fumbled so many fucking bags buying back in.
I often wonder like how people at this point could like, you hear the story of like you turn $1,000 into like 20 million or whatever, and like at this point I've got so much PTSD that like if I turned 1,000 into 2, I'm taking it, right? Like give me that before I lose it.
Let me take it before I lose it.
So like how are people, you got to either be very lucky or this is your first time and you don't quite understand what's going to happen. How are people actually riding things up that high, knowing that really the floor could empty at any second?
I think most of it's Fugazi anyway. I think most of what you see, people show you what they want you to see, the same way as Instagram photos are, the same way as social media as a whole is. People show you
your highlight. It's your highlight reels.
Yeah, people show, and in crypto, it's the same thing, dude. Let's be fair, right? When we go around crypto conferences, and I know both of you can have seen this. We go to all of these events, right? And there's like high dollar stuff happening all around us that all sorts of people are involved in. I genuinely believe that the majority of the people at these events have no business spending the money that is being thrown around or flexing what is being thrown. I personally believe that the majority of people don't truly have what gets thrown around or gets presented as being what they have at these events. Do you agree or disagree? I know there's people that do for sure, but
I mean, I think it's not only the people, but it's also the vendors that are there that are, they have the booths, they're there talking about things like, they're not going to be around next cycle, next year, whatever. But
everybody's selling
you get their time and opportunity because you don't know what is going to stick. You don't know ultimately is what is going to go on and be the next big thing. Yeah. And so everybody gets that opportunity and the chance to be it. But at the end of the day, a lot of shitbags. That's for sure.
Yeah, Mike Vollmer said they're peacocking. Yes, exactly. Strutting around in the house, strutting around, showing their colors, but yeah, not actually. Don't actually have it going on. So,
hey, Joe.
I don't know. So, anywho, yeah, I didn't tell you guys this before. I have a hard stop because I have an appointment that I have to get to. So if you guys want to continue, you can, but I
gotta go to work. I was supposed to be there like an hour and a half ago, so George is gonna get mad.
All right.
Well, James, why don't you take us out with the final words, because I think you have some really good words at the end here for us, for everybody to remember that they could live by in crypto and live by in life.
Me or Jenna?
No,
You.
Jay Chains.
Oh, all right. Well, let's do something like this then. All right. Hey, well, I appreciate you guys being here first and foremost. So thank you for watching. Make sure, look, we got like 700 and something hundred people watching. All of you. Thank you so much for doing this. Make sure you smash the like button wherever you're consuming your content on. And we'll be back next week at 12:30 on Tuesday. But like one of the things, the key takeaways I think we talked about most was, with the whole fighting thing is that maybe that's not for you, but challenging yourself. And there's a lot of applications that you can do from on a physical level to an emotional level to a financial level, all of these things that we should be paying attention to and bettering ourselves. And I think it goes along with something you hear me preach all the time, is getting 1% better every single day.
Yes.
And you can do this in every one of those verticals. You can do them individually, you can do them simultaneously, whatever it is, but work on making yourself better. And at the end of the day, that's it, man. Like 1% each day, even if you have slip ups, even if like you're not supposed to be drinking or doing drugs or whatever it is, and you slip up and you got to take a few steps back, it's okay consistently as long as you're moving forward. Net is a positive. So keep that smile on your face, even if you slip up.
No losses, only lessons.
No losses, only lessons. I love that.
No losses.
Look, I got a tattoo. It's this one right here. It says always half full. I'm an eternal optimist. There's no way you could get me down. And so
I love that.
There's always things that we can learn from it. I'll find those silver linings. And so more people could start trying to find silver linings in their own lives, we might be a little bit happier. So that's all I got.
For sure. Crypto fam, we love you guys. We hope you have a wonderful week. We will be back next week, every week, Tuesdays, 12:30. Trust me, bro. Keep it real. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.